Welcome to the Rosy Lion, friend. Have a seat, and I'll pour you a mug of something strong. Did he say I stole his damn hog again? I didn't. Not this time, not last time, not ever. Do you see a pig on a spit in here? Most likely Glutton broke out and started rooting in the alleys again. Every time the pig escapes, Wigton accuses me of thievery. Every time! Ugh, what a nuisance. Look, check the alleys in the northeast section of the city. The sooner that pig's found, the sooner Wigton will shut up and leave me in peace. Go on. I'm sure you'll find that hog of a pig rooting around in the northeast alleys.
I saw smoke off toward Dellen's mill. Something terrible must have happened there.
I beg of you.
What are you doing near that vine? Well, you won't live to reveal our secret.
You found him! You found my wonderful little glutton! I bet Lafont was hiding him there, until he could turn poor Glutton into ribs and chops. But now I've got my prized pig back. Lafont's guilty of something, I'm sure of it. But what do I care about strange vines? Talk to Jagesh over by the Mages Guild if you're so interested. He knows his plans. Sold me some herbs one time when Glutton ate something that upset his tummy.
Ah, someone new to talk to. Are you here for something specific or just to say hello? A strange vine. Unusually thick and covered in thorns? In the city? Son of a troll! I've seen such vines to the north. They're connected to the Bloodthorn cult. A clear indication that the cult is corrupting the land. Be wary of those vines. Wherever they appear, the Bloodthorn cult isn't far behind. Well, don't dawdle. Ask your... They're death mages led by the cursed Reachman Angoff, the Gravesinger. I heard they were causing trouble north of Glenumbra. They must be getting bolder if they're operating in Daggerfall. Angoff's a Reachman, one of those magic-cursed savages from the border of Bang Korai. But he's more than that. He's a necromancer. They call him Gravesinger because he made a deal with the Daedric prince, Molag Bal. Angoff and the Bloodthorn cult used them for some foul purpose. If you see the vines, that usually means the cult is active in the area. The vines spread an evil poison through the soil. It's a hateful substance that kills everything it touches. Their death... Angoff and the Bloodthorn...
What do you want?
I heard Bloodthorn assassins tried to kill King Casimir.
she doing here? What the
Where's that help
fuck?
I was promised? I can't deal with this on my own.
She's supposed to be in Cold Harbor. I literally am supposed to rescue her.
You
What
must be
hell?
the help the Skull King promised. I just hope you're up to the task. This threat, it's bigger than King Yoren imagined. The Ice Reach Coven. Witches operating in secret right under the Skald King's ample nose. There's more going on than the usual Reach mischief, I'm sure of it. I need to investigate, but I can't do it by myself. Help me track down the Coven and figure out their ultimate plan. Between the two of us, we can cover more ground and determine the full extent of this threat. As long as the magic provided by Yoren's wizards works as promised, that is. Meet me in Deshan. The Skull King's scouts spotted members of the Coven near the shrine to St. Realms. We'll start there. As for the magic, I'll tell you more about... King Yoren sent me to look into a sudden barrage of storms in the Sea of Ghosts. At least 2 ships sank beneath the freezing waves. The Ice Reach Coven was responsible. I uncovered evidence suggesting they're planning an attack on the mainland. I'm not exactly sure. That's why we need to investigate. But if they have the ability to summon destructive storms on command, think of the damage they can inflict on towns and cities. Look, are you ready to go, or do you need time to prepare? This is the place. Can't say I know what Reach witches would be doing here. But the Skald King scouts have never sent me on a wild guard chase before. Let's see if the trek out here was worth it. I was getting to that. At Ice Reach, I picked up a couple of the medallions the witches were wearing, for further study by the Skald King's wizards. The wizards determined that magic was infused into the jewelry, but not its purpose. The Skald King's wizards added their own spell to the medallions. We each get one. Here. They're supposed to lead us to magic similar to what's contained in the medallions. Ice Reach magic. Wave it around and see what happens. Don't look at me. It's not like Nords are known for being great mages, so whatever the Skald King's wizards did may not work. Thanks to the Skald King's wizards, it should lead us to magic similar to what's contained in the jewelry. Ice Reach magic. Just take it out and give it a try. It actually worked. Follow that trail. I'll take the other one. Find anything?
Let's see what this charred note says, if I can read it. Most of the words on the sheet of paper have been rendered unreadable by whatever immolated the body, but the words "a lucrative opportunity" are still legible.
So, find anything that will help us locate the Ice Reach Coven? I was led to a similar site. Damn witches! Whatever game the Ice Reach Coven is playing at, we need to put an end to it. Preferably with multiple swings of my axe. Let me see the note you found. That's no help. Luckily, Yoren's scouts provided a few locations of interest with their last report. Let me mark them on your map. When you reach each location, use the medallion and see where the magic leads. I'll catch up with you shortly. First ice storms, now fire. Keep your guard up. The Coven won't hesitate to kill anyone who gets too close.
Ashlanders nearly destroyed Muthnar before they were stopped. To attack a place of healing, it makes no sense.
try to do the quest and everything wants to eat me. Fucking shit. Trying to avoid them? Just... No. You leave me alone. You leave me alone. No, 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 no. Ha! Fuck you. Now I might be stuck. That looks like a butt cheek. Watch, it's gonna be up. Does he come back alive? He does. I don't know what to do with you. What the? Where am I going? Freaking question. Over there. Ugh. How annoying. Fuck off, you little rhinoceros. Oh, cool. I'm going to fight this game. No!
Our business is no concern of yours!
You scared the bejesus out of me.
take more than that to fell Lyra's Titanborn, you bastards!
Rhinoceros is what the fuck? It's chasing me. Rhinoceros? I don't know what the fuck it is. No, Mr. Rhinoceros, leave me alone!
Nothing like a quick battle to get the heart pumping. But I'm surprised we haven't faced more opposition. Coven must be preoccupied. Wasn't expecting to fight vampires, though. Did you find anything interesting at the sites I marked on your map? A blood fiend. You don't usually run into them in this part of the world. Let me see the note. Huh. There's that word again. Lucrative. And what's that? I don't like the look of that. It feels wrong. The Skald King's mages will want to examine it. In the meantime, we need to figure out what the Coven is up to. How do rituals, vampires, and blood fiends figure into their plan? And just one. A note from a merchant named Goharth Ironbelly. Found it on these vampires. Ironbelly is apparently supplying something the Coven requires, but the note doesn't go into details. Says we can find him at a Riften Inn, the Withered Tree.
I don't wanna. This is turning into a bigger quest than I thought it was gonna be. I should turn my fan on for my PlayStation real quick. Apparently I haven't discovered Riften yet. Oh god. My fan was making scary noises. That was terrifying.
The note said Ironbelly does business at the Withered Tree Inn. This way.
Oh god, you scared the...
Gonna gut him when I find him.
Once we spot Ironbelly, we'll follow from a distance until he leads us to the Coven.
Like you took Xanax and drank a bunch of alcohol together, but like without all the anger that comes with that.
Sounds like a good time.
I just smoke weed, man.
This is the place.
I used to do shit in Detroit.
Hold! I was sent for you. I've been sent to ask for your help. Riften, giant, attacked. Packed army in pursuit. Many wounded. Guard Captain Vivica leading recovery effort. North of town. We need help. Ah, there we go. North side of town was hit hard. There are people trapped under rubble. Fires everywhere. Then there's the corpses. There's no time to bury them. Healers want them burned before disease starts spreading.
Oh Jesus, I almost lost you.
And then statement saying that it was them, but like I don't fucking believe it.
That's so funny that they can take the blame.
I don't think it was in your area, Brittany. I think it was just funny because it's in global time. Oh, this wine is strong.
Ironbelly's note suggested he'd meet with the Coven after he did some business in this inn. When he arrives, don't do anything to alarm him. We want the merchant completely at ease when he leaves to go rendezvous with the witches. Just mill about and try not to draw attention to yourself. Honestly, I'm more comfortable with the direct approach, but we need to play this carefully. And when he leaves, he can lead us directly to the Coven.
Ah, good lizard. I'll take a pint of your finest ale. And what have we here? You're a strapping lass. Let old Ironbelly buy you a drink or two? What do you say?
Not interested.
Not interested? Gohawk Ironbelly never takes no for an answer.
Go away, little man, before I break you.
I beg your pardon, but things will be different after that bitch lives up to her promise.
Hey, Ramsey talking right now?
He is.
Yeah.
I want to tell my UFO story too.
Oh shit, Colby, you can hear me finally?
I can, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We're friends again.
Let's talk about your UFO sighting.
So.
Yeah, I've seen like
come down and say
freaking
hi?
3, but the one I was gonna tell you about was the one with Jesse. Like we were, because like I've seen 2 with other people, but the one I've seen alone is like, you know, it's like you don't have anyone to bounce it off of. Like you saw that too, right?
Yeah.
So like with Jesse, we were on the roof, we were stargazing, and there was a cloud, like in the distance. It was slowly drifting to the left of our field of vision. And like, we didn't think of anything of it. It was a fucking cloud. So we're just stargazing, and eventually that cloud drifts far enough to the left where it reveals like this blue light that was inside it. And I'm the first to notice it, and I pointed out, I'm like, hey Jesse, you see that light right there? And he's looking at it, we're both looking at it, and like, it starts getting either bigger or closer. And Jesse swears it was getting closer.
Or brighter.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Look, let me guys know.
And
Let
so,
me guys know.
he
Recording is a
swears,
second.
hold on,
okay?
bro. So he swears that it was getting closer, and
Lord! Ooh, ooh.
Never fails. Follow a rat, you wind up in a sewer. why my sewers always smell so bad. God, when we find Iron Belly, I'm gonna cave in his head for dragging us down here. My armor will never be mistaken for a bed of roses, but sewer stink lingers like Thane Yegi around the mead hall. You followed Iron Belly, I followed you. Come on, let's find that slimy merchant and see what he's doing down here. Thieves and murderers aren't the only scum that inhabit the Ratway. The local Jarl keeps sealing the entrances, but it never stays closed for long. It would make a perfect lair for the Coven. Watch your step and try not to blunder into any... No, damn it! Sneaky bastard. He rigged the gate to lock behind him. But don't wait for me. Find Iron Belly.
Oh. Fucking kidding me. Fucking disgusting. Yeah. Yeah. Only imagine how much it stinks. That is bad. Ugh.
Were you followed, Iron Belly?
I thought I saw someone, Sister Barla, but I lost them.
And have the arrangements I requested been made?
The flyers have been distributed. And your friend with the fangs?
Busy, I'm afraid.
You promised a vampire would turn me! Make good on our deal, or I'll report this to the Jarl!
You will do nothing of the sort. Fool forgot its usefulness.
Lucrative opportunity in Eastmarch. A lucrative opportunity awaits hard workers with strong backs and good constitutions who wish to earn a generous amount of gold. Come to the Grinning Porker, an inn in northwestern Eastmarch. Just follow the path up into the mountain west of Volhir's Meadery. All capable and interested parties welcome.
Finally! This place is amazing. Wait, what happened? I hope Ironbelly told you something before you killed him.
I didn't kill him.
So what happened? Did you get too close? Did he attack you? Damn. That must have been one of the Ice Reach Coven witches. Any idea where she may have gone? That's not much to go on, but it's all we have. I'll meet you at the cart outside of town.
Whoa. That was strong. Oh, my foot is falling asleep. One thing I'm glad that this is differs from Skyrim is that it does. Oh god, I didn't discover the way shrine for this. Is that I don't know. The guards don't make a mention of having your sword out. Whoa. However, what I do find annoying is that you can't really put your weapon on. What is it? I can't finish that. Oh my god. So many people are reacting. Whoa. Reacting to my freaking picture. My foot is asleep. It's very uncomfortable. How is she suddenly so tall?
All right, the cart's ready. Now tell me what else you found out down in the Ratway.
Did you sit on it?
That. Huh.
Yeah.
Another lucrative opportunity. But this time we know where they're leading people. To an isolated inn somewhere in Eastmarch. Did you hear anything else that I need to know? A vampire. Working with the Coven. That would explain the strange blood fiends in the Ratway. We'll worry about that later. Right now we have to get to Eastmarch and find that witch. Oh.
Wiggle it, get blood back to it, lol.
Hop aboard and we can get along. I don't want to give the Coven any more of a lead than they already have. Answers, I hope. That's what Yorn the Skald King sent me to find, after all. The witches of the Icereach Coven are definitely up to something, luring unsuspecting folk with promises of wealth. We saw what happened at those ritual sites. Tempted to a desolate area in Eastmarch, most likely to be subjected to more of those strange rituals. If that doesn't scream danger, I don't know what does. Will you accompany me, my friend? I'd appreciate your help in this matter. If you're ready to travel to the Grinning Horker, climb aboard the cart. We'll be in Eastmarch before you know it. Good idea, but so far the pieces don't tell a complete story. We found evidence of the Coven luring people with promises of gold so they could experiment on them. Ritual items, vampires, and strange blood fiends. What does it all mean? I've seen similar totems, but nothing exactly like that witch pike. It disturbed me just to look at it. It appears to be a key component to their ritual, though the Skald King's mages will determine that for certain. The Icereach Coven consists of witches and warriors of the Reach loyal to their cause. I never saw a connection to vampires before. Maybe the Bloodsuckers are hired help? Come on. Hopefully we'll learn more when we get to the Grinning Horker. You saw what I saw. Those feral creatures were near some of the ritual sites. And each site appeared to be a slightly different version of the ritual. Like they're trying to perfect it.
I haven't done this quest before. It's kind of weird. Excuse me.
We need to walk from here. Follow the path up the mountain.
Path up the mountain. Oh, this way. Right?
I had go on Neverwinter.
Yeah. Cute little boy.
Still get gangbanged on it.
Yeah, it's annoyingly hard now. That's kind of why I've been avoiding it.
Gone stupid.
It really has.
Place looks empty. Let's talk.
Ew.
Thinking might get rid of it.
Yeah.
Nothing waiting to impede our progress?
Well,
no guards?
I'm
no
gonna
witches.
get this game
Nothing.
for my mom and my sister for Christmas.
Lonely inn on a desolate hillside.
Play it with them, because
if Ironbelly's flyer led us astray, we're gonna head back and kill him again.
do multiplayer on this and help each other with quests just like on Neverwinter, but I feel like this one's a tad bit more fun and not as difficult.
I expected answers. Ironbelly sent people here for a reason. They have to be someplace. If we don't pick up the Coven's trail, I'm not sure we'll find them again in time to stop whatever the witches have planned. Let's take a look around.
Then it's gonna be funny watching my mom and my sister react to this because they haven't ever played this game before. And I've played quite a bit.
Anything that points to what the witches are up to. We need to determine the full extent of the threat. Let's explore the inn and look for any clues as to what happened to the people they lured here.
I'm ready for them to see the
that may lead us
giants.
to the Coven.
Have they seen you play it?
Some. I did send my mom a video today to see if she'd want to play this game.
I've never known a Nord to abandon a meal while there's still food on the plate.
I don't want to go in this stinky mess.
I think she might like it.
I think so too. There is also dragons involved. I just haven't ever done that quest just yet. So.
Bedrolls. For those who came for the lucrative opportunity. I wonder where they are now.
Partially because I'm a chicken and I feel like it's gonna be ungodly hard when dragons get involved. Oh!
Fresh blood. It leads to that hatch.
I mean, I wouldn't
Great.
assume that's blood.
The trail leads into the basement.
It looks like paint, but okay. That, and I feel like this has really fast load time.
That's not right.
Compared
There
to...
must be a secret passage. See if you can find it. I knew there had to be a secret passage.
I found it on the first try. Holy crap.
Looks it.
Oh Jesus. This game's really fun, and it has a lot to it. Even if you buy the base game, it has just a lot of quest lines in it. Like, there's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like
how far down does this
countries
tunnel lead?
and states. Like, let me see if I can pull up the map. I was explaining it to my mom that just Tamriel alone has all of these locations, and then once you actually like zoom into a location, let's like go to, I guess let's go here for instance. Oh, not there. That one doesn't have a whole lot. Let's go to Vardenfell. This whole map you can discover stuff on and do a whole bunch of stuff on. I just haven't been in Vardenfell very often. And it just has a whole bunch of stuff. Like, let me open the zone guide. It won't let me. But you have to find all of the way shrines, all of the sky shards, all of the books. And it just has so much to it, and the quests are so big a lot of the time. And I just feel like they're super interesting. What the fuck?
We're not going to hurt
aren't one of the Reach Witches?
Talk to him. I'll take a look up ahead.
You aren't one of the Reach Witches? You have to help me.
I don't have to do anything.
We were in the Horker, waiting for them to tell us how we were going to make a pile of gold, when they ordered us to go to the basement. One of us refused. They cut him. There was so much blood. When we saw the Reach Witches, a few of us tried to fight. I slipped away before anyone noticed. They're doing something terrible down here. Something monstrous. Please, you must help the others. And you need to destroy the Pikes. They're evil.
I just love all the voice acting. It's so funny. Oh my god! Lady, why did you run ahead? Oh, I fucking hate Black Mage. What are you? Holy crap. Where's the tentacle?
Look at it, my friend. I thought it was just an old legend, but it's real. It's real.
The graphics on this game are so good. I love it.
Blackreach. The world below Skyrim. Every Nord child hears the stories. How another world stretches beneath the Nine Holds. Each story is slightly different. Some talk about dwarven cities, others about terrible monsters or fabulous treasure.
Was thinking that does look good.
Yeah.
What else could it be? Whatever it is, it's a perfect hiding place for the Ice Reach Coven. We need to get down there and find the witches. We must put a stop to whatever evil the Coven is planning.
Sure what it's running at right now on PlayStation, because every time I look it up on PlayStation, it just pulled up that I already paid for it. But I did see on Amazon it's like $10. So, and that's pretty nice because it's normally like $20-30.
The poor man is frightened out of his mind. I'll escort him back through the tunnel to the Grinning Horker. Meanwhile, get down there and see what you can find out. If you see any witch pikes, destroy them. I'll catch up with you shortly.
Jesus. Actually, as of right now, it's like $6. $5.99 on the PlayStation Network. Not too bad. For base game anyway. You'll have to...
Near Christmas prob on special.
It is probably on... It is on special. A lot of people want to get it. However, a lot of the chapter packs are still really expensive. I know that when I looked up the... What was it? Blackwood pack, I think it was? Yeah. It was about $100. The Greymore pack's about $60 right now, which is the other chapter DLC pack, which brings Skyrim into play. So, and then there's all the DLCs like going to the Imperial City, going to the Orsinium. Freaking nice, honestly. There's a really good stuff. I'm scared to go in that water though. I feel like it's gonna eat me. Giant here? Oh, yeah, we'll go that way. Where'd the other one go? There it is. A dwarven what? Oh, I don't like you. Ooh, no. I like to see that. I've also yet to become a werewolf on this game. I need to figure out how to do that, because I feel like that's interesting. There's a whole werewolf flex line thing that you have to do with piercing and the whole ordeal. I don't know, look up here, but I'm fighting. A lot like Neverwinter, the enemies do respawn after a while. Sometimes they respawn fairly fast and make it annoying. Because that's part of why
But in Neverwinter they come after you, lol.
They come after you on here too. Bad, like... Oh Jesus, I feel like if we go off there I'm gonna die. And a troll? Shouldn't be. The giants on here look really cool though. I don't know. Oh no. Can I just look at you without you fighting me? No? Okay. Whoa, bro. Can you just stay over there and leave me alone? So they do come after you? I just avoid them. She revoked my powers. I think that's also an option. I'm not exactly sure how. Oh, Jesus.
To the side!
Where'd he look? Creepy. Fried all her hair off. Matron. We continue to modify and improve the ritual as our patron has requested. Soon we will be ready to attempt a larger version in a more populated area. These harrow storms will accomplish the task as directed, but we have noticed an interesting side effect. While the storm draws what we need from the living creatures within its influence, it often kills or transforms those it touches. Many of those afflicted by the storm are reduced to a new type of blood fiend, something we have come to refer to as harrow fiends. I will send complete details of the latest version of the ritual in the separate package, Sister Blaira. Yuck. Look at all these dead people. Is that a bear? No, it's a death hound. Is that a bear? I can get one of those. They're pretty wolf looking. Where did you go? Holy crap, there's so many. He ate a belt. Gross. Wolf.
Be right back.
Okay. Ah, son of a butt cheek. I hate that.
Right, now!
You must set us free! Help! You must set us free! All of you, follow me! We'll sneak out once the coast is clear.
Old friend, you need to hear what I have to say.
Oh, you. I'll talk to you.
Thank the 8 you came along. We were next in line for the witch's ritual. Please, I need to tell you what I saw.
Well, then tell me what you
I saw the witches put some poor sods into a circle, surrounded by evil-looking pikes. They chanted and called forth a strange black storm. It killed some, but turned most of the people into those harrow fiends. That's what Sister Balra called them. There's a dwarven ruin west of here. Sister Balra has been using that as her personal domain. If she's around, that's where you'll find her. Damn it. I should have known. That flyer was too good to be true. I needed work. A lucrative opportunity was too good to pass up. It seemed strange when they marched us into the basement. We tried to fight, but there were too many of them. Kralt got away, though, I think. I just hope he made it to safety.
This is not gonna be fun. What dog or a pig? I don't think I want to know. zombies standing. Oh, here. No, she hasn't been with me this whole time. So.
I got back as quick as I could. Other than a few skirmishes, I didn't uncover anything important. What about you? Tell me you found something. Two things I wholeheartedly approve of. I carved a path through a number of witches and vampires myself. Sure's bones there are a lot of these bastards. Anything else to report? This is it. This must be what the Skald King is worried about. A ritual that produces harrow storms. Magic that turns people into a new kind of blood fiend. A harrow fiend. I wish I knew whose head I had to remove to stop this. Sister Balra? The same witch that killed the merchant back in Riften. I'd definitely like to get my hands on that one. Let's go.
I don't want to. Who's dramatically
Windhelm Sentry. Down here? Hey! Are you alright?
Just yell.
That lying, manipulative witch. She stabbed me. The Reach Witch, Sister Balra. We had a deal, but she doubted me. Listen, forget about me. I made a terrible mistake. I told her how to sneak into the Palace of Kings. Now I think the Skald King is in danger. Balra said she had something planned for High King Yoren. Said I was a loose end. Please, I think she means to kill the Skald King. You must save him. I never meant to endanger Skyrim.
But you did.
Idiot. Sells out the Skald King for a handful of gold.
He dies so funnily. Sorry.
Assassinating the Skald King would be a terrible blow to Skyrim and the Pact, but I assumed the Icereach Coven had a grander plan than that. Nevertheless, we have to save Yoren. A deathbed confession? That tells me the Sentry believed he put the Skald King in danger. I can't take a chance when it comes to Yoren's safety. Back to the wagon. We leave for Windhelm at once.
Yeah, this is a backwards way of doing this quest. Interesting. Because normally you go through Skyrim. There's a guy with a note.
The Palace of Kings! Hurry! We must warn Yoren!
Poor Lower Yorgrim. I wouldn't go that way. Giants attack Lower Yorgrim. It's a disaster. If you're smart, you'll stay away from them.
Are we in Windhelm? Not bad. This is different.
Doesn't look like anyone's on alert. Maybe we got here in time.
Hey, grab a drink.
You know, I never could figure out why I couldn't get in this castle.
Housecarl, the Skull King, where is he?
Who am I?
I can't divulge such information. Even the great Lyris Titanborn must know that. It's a matter of royal security.
Royal security? Listen, you little fool. You talk to her.
Who does Titanborn think she is? Demanding to see the Skald King. Whatever you and the half-giant think you found is irrelevant. The Skald King is safe inside the Palace of Kings. It's the most secure structure in all of Skyrim. Well, it's true that Sentry Darfel never arrived for his shift today. And High King Yoren is touring the palace, but that's supposed to be a secret. The Icereach Coven, you say? How highly irregular. But if this is true... King Yoren wanted to tour the lower levels, to check on the progress of the construction. He could be anywhere. Go inside and find him at once. I'll rally the guards and secure the palace. Now hurry!
So quickly they believe
into the palace. Let's move!
I want to find a reconnaissance. Yeah.
Damn, they're already inside. We must find the Skull King.
Are these not guards? No, they're wrapped armor. Where the hell do you go?
Maps of Harfingar? Why would the Coven and its allies need that?
I don't know.
details the distribution of troops throughout Skyrim. Look, they tore off the western holds.
I'm gonna find the guards. Watch, they're all dead. That's what I always wanted, a wolf butt in my face. Isn't he gonna be down here anyway? Couldn't do that.
The key to the dungeons. Yorn wasn't up here, so let's search down there.
Ew. Oh. I have so many stolen goods. Oh my god, there is Harley. How many doors are there? Oh my Jesus. So many doors.
Leave the Skull King alone, witch.
Yoren is ours. He will make a fine addition to our patron's forces. Enough of this. Now you will
What
die.
the fuck? What, guys? I am bored. Disgusting. What are those? The skeleton thing?
Damn shapeshifters!
They wanted to turn me into a monster. I've had enough of this dungeon. Let's talk in the throne room.
Wait a minute. That was a lot. I really didn't expect that. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot.
Did good.
Thanks. I thought I was gonna die. I really thought I was gonna die.
That's my report, Skull King. Our friend can tell you more.
Held captive in my own dungeon. If word gets out, I would be laughed off my rebuilt throne. And rightly so. On to business. I heard Lyris' report. Now tell me, what did you uncover? Yes, so Lyris mentioned Harrow Fiend, she called them. An ominous name. And that Sister Balra claimed she was turning me into a monster? What else did you learn about the Ice Reach Coven? Vampires. I have known both decent and terrible folk burdened by that curse. I take it the ones working with the Coven fall into the latter category. Anything else? Hafengar? High King Svargrim rules that hold from the City of Solitude. We don't see eye to eye, especially since neither of us will openly acknowledge the other's reign. Still, he should be warned. Talk to Lyris. I have much to think about.
So that's interesting. So I've always done the vampire quest in Solitude first. I never knew that this was a quest, because it makes sense though, because you meet Lyris in Solitude and she acts like she knows you and all that fun stuff, but it's the first time I've ever met her. And then you get this guy that comes in eventually later on in the storyline, and he also acts like he knows you. So that makes sense now. That all makes sense now. And I guess I can go do Solitude, which would be this is the precursor to that.
Svargrim and the people of Western Skyrim can be real pains in the arse, but they're still Nords. Despite the differences between their holds and ours, we won't abandon them to the Coven's conspiracy.
That quest sucks ass though.
Not so fast, friend. Western Skyrim doesn't exactly get along with Eastern Skyrim. Politics can be a tricky business, so I tend to leave that to the politicians. When King Yoren gives the word, then we go. Not before. Now we celebrate our victory, and let Yoren's scouts do what they do best. Meanwhile, I'll work with the Skald King to figure out how to approach Svargrim with this news. In the meantime, take this. You earned it. I'll be in touch soon. This isn't over, not from what we learned of the Icereach Coven. For now, though, we rest, and let the Skald King make plans. There'll be plenty of time to kill more Reach Witches another day.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Can I have her as a companion now? What does that mean? I'm gonna look now.
There hasn't been a single ruler in over 100 years. Jarl Svarter of Solitude refused to recognize Freydis as the legitimate heir. Ever since, the kingdom has been divided. Damn inconvenient at times like this.
See, this is what I'm talking about, how it's so interesting and intricate.
Yoren rules over eastern Skyrim from Windhelm, while Svargrim lords over the western holds from his palace in Solitude. If the Icereach Coven has targeted western Skyrim, it will take both nations to stop them. If we can ever agree on anything. Train. Eat. Drink. Probably drink some more. But don't worry. I'll be ready when the Skald King gives the word. Then we'll move against the Icereach Coven. You have my word on that.
Whoa, that's cool. Oh, Jesus. I guess we'll go do the Solitude stuff now. I was gonna wait, but might as well since I already did this one. I didn't even know what this was about, honestly.
You've got some nerve.
That's because I haven't done it.
Laptop decided to freeze.
Uh-oh.
Good now.
That's good. Ooh, I almost knocked my cup over.
Was it empty?
Yes, it was empty. And I'll keep doing the other random quests. But I might as well finish out this vampire quest even though it sucks. I don't think you really get a set of difficulty level on here. And some of it gets really difficult.
Maybe the higher you go, harder it gets.
That is part of it. But it's just kind of a hard quest to begin with.
Stay back! I'll do it! I'll stab you!
Is she just starting to stab me?
I mean it! One step closer, and I'll stick you like a hawker! I don't know any Brondold. That is what I told the guards, and that is what I'm telling you. I don't want any more trouble. You make me stab you, and it's my word against yours. Dead? Stone's mercy. And I'm next, aren't I? I promise. I don't know anything. I won't make any trouble. I'll disappear. I don't even like it here. You'll never see me again. He did not tell me a lot. Said he was tracking some bad people. Asked me to keep an eye out for any unusual comings and goings. He'd come by now and then with a sweet roll and a few coins for my trouble. He was nice.
Crazy eyes LOL.
Oh, yeah.
The last time we spoke, it was about the men with the job postings. A pair of wolves in sheep's clothing, trying to blend in, but still off around the edges. Same with their horses, sheared mountain mares. Come from the Reach, I wager. Flyers. They were hanging them at the inn around the city. Something about a lucrative opportunity in the Druidek Mountains. I really did not pay them a lot of attention. I was more interested in the men distributing them. Take Brondle's horse and run before someone less friendly comes to find me. Braun was going to take me back east after he finished here. I want to live where strangers are welcomed with a smile instead of a scowl. I hear Windhelm is like that. We are stuck between the despot of Markarth and the Skald King of the East. Both sniff around like wolves, waiting for a moment of weakness to strike. Not a day goes by without the threat of war. It is exhausting living this way. They'd be wise to. The only time Reachmen and Nords meet is to kill each other. I always heard they were raiders and barbarians. No interest in honest labor. Or writing, for that matter. Not the sort to post job notices. Who knows? Maybe they really do need laborers. Can't imagine Reachmen would hire Nords, so. It doesn't make a lot of sense. A wild land full of wild folk, located south and west of here. It's changed hands between Reachmen and the Nords more times than I can count. But they control the territory now. Seeing Reachmen wandering the streets of Solitude, it makes me nervous. You'd feel the same if you knew the tales of the fall of Markarth. What the Reachmen do to folks they capture. Better to slice your own throat than let those barbarians take you alive. If they raid our hold, just run and don't look back. Flyers, they were hanging them.
That stupid dagger. I swear, my character is obsessed with it. Squirrel. Literally. Missed the steps by a mile there.
Kyne's Aegis needs your help. Sea giants and vampires are everywhere.
No. Fragments of pottery possibly earns goodly. Bottom of the hidden compartment. From ash or dust. Follow the curtain. Oh, the creepy red haze. Whoa. Whoa! It's Patrick. The letter to Lyris kept between the covers. Lyris, if you're reading this, I never made it to our meeting at the Blue Palace. I'm likely either dead or in the dungeon, but I was able to send word your way. I don't have solid proof, but the Ice Reach Coven you're hunting isn't Hafingar hold, but something's rotten in the capital city of Solitude. I know I'm on the right trail. Unfortunately, it seems they know it too. I wish I had more information for you. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Bring what I found to Queen Carol. She's more level-headed than the High King. Without her influence, I doubt we'll even be allowed to see High King Spring when I found a clean girl, whatever. She's more level-headed than the High King. Without her influence, I doubt you'll even be allowed to see High King. Sogren's Mama. The journal itself reads as follows. The assignment is going to be more challenging than I anticipated. The locals are suspicious of strangers. Guards always seem to be watching, even in a city the size of Solitude. Even among Nords, I stick out like a sore thumb. Made one contact at the royal stable, a young woman named Kaveen, starry-eyed, naive, told her to keep watch for unusual travelers. No one else is talking. I'm going to settle into a routine, get people used to seeing me around. Everything passes through the Lonely Troll at some point. It's the best place in the city to talk to the locals and learn about what's going on. There's an orc that frequents the establishment, goes by the name of Mwog. He seems willing to talk as long as you keep his mug filled. If anyone knows something about the Icereach Coven, I'm sure to find them in the Lonely Troll. Any trust I built up with the locals evaporated at the mere mention of witches. Won't say a word about them, unless you count prayers to the gods. I guess they'd take dark magic more seriously this close to the Reach, but they'd rather shut their ears to it than court misfortune. Corvine came through for me, said some rugged types arrived on the mountain mares, trying a little too hard not to be noticed. They put up postings all around town, recruiting for something. Sharp girl. A recruitment flyer stuffed in between the pages. Laborers and craft workers needed. Brave folk sought for distant and dangerous work in uncharted territory beyond the Drodric Mountains. Travel mandatory. Food and lodging provided. A year-long commitment required with rewards to match the risk. Inquire at the Lonely Troll Inn in Solitude. Note scribbled at the bottom of the flyer. Seeing these postings across the hold, nobody seems to know what all this labor is for or where it's needed. The journal continues. I've noticed Fredguard ships making regular stops at the docks here. Considering my chilly reception, I find that curious. Cost me a good bit of gold, but the local snitch, Grega? Oh. So I found gambling in an alley, provided a solid lead. Redguard mariners are bringing shipments up from Sentinel Manifest. They look more like mercenaries and traders. She saw one discreetly marking some of the crates. Think I'll poke around. Tried to grab what was inside, but I got caught and it slipped out of my hands before I could wrest it from the crate. I managed to lose the thugs who were after me. I'm just hoping they never got a good look at me. Supposed to meet with Varys Titanborn before her audience with Queen Gehilde of the Blue Palace. Tell her what I have found. Convince Hygrin Salgrim that there's a threat to his domain. All I got is suspicion. Nothing solid. I just heard that the High Queen rules with a lighter touch. She might be sympathetic. Be the sympathetic ear that gets us in the door. See, they do it. That's fine. Okay. Wait a sec. So, where am I going now? Oh. Into town. Time to swim across the shore again. The ominous red swirling crackling death. I hate that. We're getting holy Jesus, that scared the crap out of me. holiday event. Got for glory. Ugh. Don't pick me up like that.
Sure, bones, it gets worse each day. My mother's cousin says.
What?
Oh my god. Time to do some sketchy shit. Do-da.
Yoren didn't mention he was sending you to Solitude. Not that I'm sorry to have you along. An extra blade is always welcome. As soon as Brondvold shows up, we can get things started. He's what? Oh, damn it. Queen Gerhild will be here at any moment. Look, Her Highness is expecting to talk to me and my contact. I need you to pretend to be that contact, or this will go very badly. We can exchange intimate details of our lives later. Right now, just know that the safety of all of Skyrim, maybe even all of Tamriel, depends on how this meeting goes. So follow my lead and be on your best behavior with Her Highness.
Lyris Titanborn. Your reputation is known even here in the West. Is this one of your famed companions?
No, but I assure you my partner is one of the Skald King's best. Go introduce yourself, partner.
I am Gerhild, Queen of Skyrim. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of our kingdom, our city, and our hold. Who might you be? The letter that preceded your arrival said an attempt was made on the Skald King's life. It indicated that High King Svargrim would be next. My husband took that as an accusation and a threat. He will not meet with you, but I will hear you out. Have you anything that would persuade my husband? It will take some substantial evidence to convince High King Svargrim to heed the words of the hated Yoren, the Skald King. Reachman transgressions will not be enough for Svargrim to accept outside help. He's a prideful man, and the bad blood between him and Yoren runs deep. I will speak on your behalf, but you and Lyris will need to bring me proof he cannot ignore. Thank you for alerting me to this situation. I am eager to see what else you uncover. I will do what I can, but be as discreet as possible. If you run afoul of my husband, he won't hesitate to return you to Yoren, and not necessarily in one piece. Eastern and Western Skyrim have been at odds since the kingdom was divided. Yoren's ambitions for the Ruby Throne, however, have created a new level of tension. Forming alliances and raising armies for conquest. Should we not be wary of such a man?
I mean, yes.
Frankly, yes. He believes Yoren hasn't marched here with an army as yet, because the Western holds are firmly united against Pact rule. My husband is certain Yoren plots to erode those allegiances. You will not easily earn the High King's trust. You must convince my husband that a threat greater than Yoren exists. Further, this threat must directly imperil the High King. Find proof of this, and I will assist you how I can. Helping to keep our hold safe will also allay his concerns. It's enough for me to believe your intentions are sincere. Learn more about these suspicious activities you mentioned, then bring it to me. If this threat is as dangerous as Yoren claims, prove it, and I will make my husband listen to reason. My deepest apologies. Between the Reach to our south and the Ebonheart Pack to the east, our soldiers have come to see all outsiders as a potential threat. I will look into this. Vigilance cannot be allowed to become a bludgeon.
You handled that better than I expected. Now what in Mara's name happened to Brondald? Damn. Lucky thing he found you. Brondald was supposed to get the lay of the land before I got here. Without his information, my work for Yoren the Skald King could be over before it begins. What did he give you? Hand it over. Smugglers and Reachmen up to illicit business. Nothing unusual there, but Brondald thought it could be connected to the Coven. I'm short a good investigator, and you stepped into the role easily enough. Can I count on you to help me with this?
No.
Brondald mentioned some locals we should have a talk with. A snitch named Grega, who likes to gamble in back alleys, and an orc named Mog, who frequents the Lonely Troll Inn. Let's find them and see what they can tell us. After the Ice Reach Coven's attack on the Skald King, we determined they also had plans for Western Skyrim. Yoren's warnings have been ignored, so he sent Brondald to get the lay of the land and me to persuade Svargrim. You can see how that's going. In all honesty, they can't stand each other. But King Yoren doesn't want the Coven to topple Western Skyrim. That would be bad for the East as well as the West. Besides, Yoren was hoping to use this as an opportunity to improve relations. We don't, but it's all we've got. Even if they aren't connected to the Ice Reach Coven, taking care of a few of Svargrim's problems might earn us some goodwill. Now, let's go check out the back alleys and the Lonely Troll Inn. I'm not usually fond of small talk, but go ahead. What do you want to know about? Skyrim is my home, and the Skald King is its ruler. He may be a bard at heart, but he cares about his people and his kingdom. So long as he stands by his word and deed, he'll have my axe to command. Every Nord wishes for a united Skyrim. The difference lies in whose banner they'd prefer to be under. Yoren wants to restore Tamriel, the Empire and Skyrim included. But I don't believe he'd turn Nord against Nord to do it. More questions? Very well. Get on with it. Castle Dower is a monument to the Western spirit.
What is it?
Stony and cheerless. Maybe the new tower will liven up the place.
I can't remember her name. The pretty one with the beard.
Hail.
Hey! Don't step on the dice. There a reason you're interrupting our game, Porkface? Don't know any Brondald. Don't know you. Either way, I got nothing to tell you. Get lost. I'm on a winning streak. Dead? That's a new one. Nothing Kassala usually moves through port is worth killing over. You didn't hear it from me, but she's the one picking up those shipments. Her warehouse is down on the docks. You want to know more? Go ask her.
She is gigantic compared to me, and I am also a Nord. But she is like a Nord giant something. I don't remember the full story. It's somewhere in one of these videos. I've gotta find a way to make titles for these videos.
You must be Mog. I have questions.
Questions? Happy to oblige. Buy a few
The
rounds
Ordinator
and
seem on
let's
edge.
chat.
You're
What
going
are
to
the dark
answer me
elves so
or
nervous
hold?
about?
Hey! Nobody intimidates my friends.
Princess Svana.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. We in the Undaunted don't sign up to sit on cushions and drink mead, do we? Mordra can answer that better, and probably more to the point than I can. Basically, we're adventurers. You look like you'd fit in well. You've got that fearless look about you the Undaunted are known for.
Cool. No thanks.
Who gave you the right to walk in here and bully my friend? Did my father send you? Because he doesn't like Mog. But I like Mog. Mog doesn't care that I'm a princess, and it doesn't matter to me that Mog's a scoundrel. If my father didn't send you, why are you threatening my friend? Smelly bastards. Cheap, too. Wouldn't buy us a drink. They hung their flyers and left without saying a word. Then, a different smelly bastard showed up to sign on workers. He was a charmer, though. His breeches fit well. And he was handsome. Not a Nord. Breton, maybe. I didn't really listen to what he was saying. A half-dozen workers left with him. Off to the Drudok Mountains or someplace. He hasn't been back since.
Let's talk outside, partner.
Gross. I'm glad to know his pants fit him well. God, Jesus.
So we've got a mysterious Breton possibly working with Reachmen, recruiting workers for some unknown purpose. Plus there's a smuggler hiding unknown contraband in a warehouse down by the docks. I say we deal with the smuggler first. We know where to find her, and we more or less know what she's up to. And if the two are connected, maybe the smuggler can help us narrow our search for the Breton. Ready to visit Casella's warehouse?
Recipe. Yeah, it's getting worse. And of course, that's a horror story. So good. I fucking hate him. He makes those zombie vampire things.
That's Casella's warehouse.
Aegis
Only
needs
one
your
sentry.
help. Sea
Let's
giants
try not
and
to cause a
vampires
scene.
are everywhere.
Private property. Get lost. Wait. A half-giant? Is that Lyris Titanborn? Blood and Blade. Everyone knows Lyris Titanborn. What a woman. She's even larger than I imagined. No wonder she fought Swordmaster Sai Sahan to a draw. Is he here too? Until Kassala returns, I'd be happy to keep Fair Lyris company in her stead. Alas, Kassala doesn't allow visitors when she isn't here to conduct business. But we can wait out here. Do you think Lyris would autograph my ancestral scabbard? It would mean so much to my son. When I have one. Do you know if Lyris is betrothed?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, thank you, thank you! You don't know how much this means to me.
I don't know what you said to him, but this is our chance. Try the lock.
Keep it in his pants, lol.
Right. Fireballs. Does that say ritual fetish?
I knew whoever was poking through our shipments would return. Brought muscle this time, I see.
More than you. Care to try me?
I'll pass. I just want to know who's been meddling in my business. I had a feeling it wasn't just an opportunistic thief trying to steal my cargo. What are you after? A plot against the High King? Involving plundered antiquities from Hammerfell? Preposterous. I'm simply facilitating a transaction between treasure hunters and a rich collector. So, who am I paying the bribe to? You or the High King? Gimme that! Tribal crafts my arse. I told that son of a skeever I don't deal in arcane goods. Especially ones from the Reach. Nothing but sorrow comes from such business. This isn't cursed, is it? No name. Just instructions and gold. Shipments come in, I make sure no one looks too closely and wait for a pickup. Never see a same face twice. Last time it was a smooth-talking Breton with Nord laborers in tow. You want more? I need a ship. They're taking the cargo to an abandoned lodge in the foothills north of Solitude. Occasionally used it myself when the city guard was being thorough. Want to catch them? Start there. If that's all, we're leaving. I'm not losing my head over this. The Breton was sly. Handsome, even. Thought he could charm me into taking on additional shipments. Now that I know what's involved, the trouble isn't worth it. The Nords were local, hired hands from the Lonely Troll. I'm paid not to ask too many questions. This arrangement was a lucrative one. I trusted them, but it seems they took advantage of my natural greed. That won't happen again.
Brondald had good instincts. We're definitely onto something. Our mystery buyer is hiring locals to haul these urns and reach fetishes out of the city. But for what purpose? Without a doubt, the Coven's attack on Yoren involved a ritual. Why hire locals, though? Seems like an unnecessary risk. And how does the Breton figure in? I suppose using... No reason not to. Head there while I circle around from the other direction in case they're already on the move. Just be careful. I'd rather not lose another partner before we actually figure out what we're up against. Give your sentry my best, and tell him I owe him an autograph.
Oh, he's gonna get more than an autograph if I see him again.
Those aren't fun. I walked into one and I died in 5 seconds. Nice one. tabletop deck? Cool.
I have more than I need, so I'll just feast on you.
Oh, my weapon's broken. Pentraxaros, preparations are complete, my Breton brother. We are ready to begin the ritual. Send the latest shipment to Kilcreath Temple. Sister Embrit will put everything to good use. You've done well. Await my next command, R. Brokenness. Yes.
Over here, partner. All I found were these Reachmen stalking the pass. Decided they'd rather die than talk, so I obliged. They don't look like they're from Icereach, but they are wearing the Coven's medallions. Anyway, did you find the lodge? Kilcreath? The temple to Meridia? Why would the Icereach Coven target a local Daedra cult? We're running out of time. I'll head back to Solitude and try again to warn High King Svargrim. You go to Kilcreath Temple and alert Meridia's priests. I'll meet you there as soon as I can. You'll be going up against the Coven by yourself. Warn the priests. If there's an opportunity to safely stop or delay the ritual, by all means, but don't take any unnecessary chances. I still don't want to lose another partner. Good luck.
Disaster has befallen Kilcreath Temple. Don't be alarmed. I mean you no harm. But there are Harrow fiends swarming around Kilcreath Temple who do. Head back to safety before they find you. I'm sorry, but you're too late. An unnatural storm struck the temple, and now the entire area is overrun by vampires and Harrow fiends. Harrow fiends are feral vampires, a byproduct of the unnatural Harrow storm. As for me, I am Fenorian of House Ravenwatch. I came here on the trail of remains stolen from a mass grave in Bankurai. They were shipped to Solitude in ancient urns. Yes, I've run into the Coven as well. The urns and the stolen remains play a part in a ritual to summon the storms. If you're willing, I could use your assistance. I need to finish my investigation of the site to see what else I can learn. I could use your help to examine the strange pikes erected around the temple. Harrow fiends and vampires roam the area, making it difficult to get close. Hence the need for your assistance. You see, I'm not that confident in my combat prowess. The Icereach Coven performed a ritual that unleashed a Harrow storm on the temple. It struck without warning and evaporated as quickly as it began. But in its wake, it left behind Harrow fiends. Innocent priests and pilgrims transformed into monsters. That's what I heard the Icereach Coven call the storm that struck Kilcreath Temple. It's magical in nature, the result of some sort of ritual performed by the witches. I'm still investigating, but I think the Harrow fiends are a byproduct of the storm. House Ravenwatch is one of the noble houses of Rivenspire. Our liege, Count Verandus, has dedicated us to the cause of peaceful coexistence between mortals and those of the vampiric persuasion. That often makes us defenders of Tamriel. True, but I've seen evidence of a vampiric connection. At the very least, the material they transported from Bankurai included the remains of ancient vampires. They were part of an army that was defeated in the First Era, the Grey Host. An army that consisted of vampires and werewolves, led by King Styriek and Verkarth. They were eventually defeated by the garrison at Bankurai in High Rock. It all happened a very long time ago, but such remains radiate with arcane power. Is it that obvious? But have no fear. As a member of House Ravenwatch, I have pledged to never take blood from an unwilling subject. I assure you, I'm only here to help. I am much more than just a vampire. In addition to being an agent of House Ravenwatch, I am a master alchemist and an expert in arcane studies. I do try to avoid direct violence, though, to make sure I never give in to temptation.
I better get to bed. Enjoy rest of stream night.
Good night. I'm probably heading to bed soon anyway. As well.
Look! A priest of Meridia! Maybe they can tell us more about what happened at the temple.
Please, can anybody help? Oh, thank me. She's the ranking.
The living take precedence. We should search for survivors while investigating the pikes.
For the time being, I'm gonna come down here. Hide in here and be safe. Or go to night. Good night.